Yo, what's up, man? It's your nigga, man, the PLK, aka Lloyd Banks. You know, I'm tuning in, locked in, the Real Talk NY. You heard?
I'm fresh, I'm fly, I'm so damn high. More than 500 horses when I roll by.
Well, you know, this record has a lot of similarities to the first one. I think the title itself, The Hunger for More Part 2, just, you know, is a message in itself that, you know, I'm not content. You know, it's always new goals. And I think that, you know, you have your whole life to make your first album, but you can't get your whole life out in 14 joints, you know, so I'm picking up for where the first one left off at, and I know what I'm up against, you know, like before anybody else has to tell me, I know what my first album was and what it meant to my fans and what it meant for me, so paying attention to that, you know, it helps me with the process of making this album. I got records like, I had records like To The End, Southside Story, records of substance on the first album that gave me an easy understanding of how to continue that on the new one. Like, I know what kind of sound I need, I know what records are necessary. I think Beamer, Benz, and Bentley was a very good start, which was one of the reasons why I chose that title. It felt like a whole new beginning for me. It felt like I'm kind of comparing that album. You know, I got the plaque in my crib, in my studio, and I stare at it, you know, and it brings me back to where I recorded the album at, which was on the road. And fortunate enough for me, I've had studio buses and things like that, so when I'm on tour, even up to date, I can record and get the advantage of writing material in France, writing material in Amsterdam and Africa and Brazil. Those are some of the things that I had on Hunger for More Part 1. I recorded I'm So Fly in London. I wrote On Fire in London as well as Warrior. I did Starman on 1 in Amsterdam. Like, you know, music marks time, so I can remember where I was. So I think that it has a lot of similarities.
So how you feel you've changed as a rapper and as a man since the first album?
Age for one, experience, definitely for two. I'm coming into myself still. You know, comfortability is everything. The more you play around with it, you're gonna get nice. Like riding a bike, you know what I mean? You get a motorcycle, some people just ride, some people know how to do tricks, you know, and I feel like I'm at the point where I'm learning how to do all the tricks. And just to know better, you know what I mean? Just I've been in the game for a minute now, going on 10 years now, so I still got young legs, and the biggest difference is the experience. Me just being comfortable in the studio and no barriers. Like, I don't know what can happen when I'm in the studio. So, especially if I'm in there with somebody else that's crazy. You know, I think that's what I look forward to, is being in the studio with somebody who is just as excited about music as I am.
What keeps you so humble and the game is so hungry?
I don't think that's something that you can teach. You know, some people who are less humble, they just, you know, that's who they are. It's not a knock to them, you know, it's just who I am as a person. I don't need anybody to toot my horn. Like, I don't look for any extra attention. I like to speak through my music, you know. It wasn't so many avenues like this when I first got turned on to hip hop, you know, and Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and you know, CL Smooth and so many Special Ed and so many people who inspired me. It wasn't this many avenues to see people or hear about them or get that close to them. So I think that, you know, now with so many different outlets, you start seeing who people really are. Then you can make a choice whether you like them or not. But I think the music has always been the best way to speak. It's just who I am, man. Like, I would let things pass up when I was younger just because I felt like I had to have everything in order, you know, and that's how I look at my career. Like, I'd rather not talk shit. I'd rather just, you know, go get it, you know what I mean, and then show it. There's people who you might got a nice watch on, somebody might compliment you, like, yo, I like your watch, man. You be like, alright, thanks, you know what I mean? Or you could be like, yo, you like my watch, nigga? You know, so it's different kinds of people, and I just happen to be a more humble dude. But, you know, when the music comes on, all that goes away.
So what are your thoughts on hip hop overall right now?
Overall, I mean, I feel like hip hop is in a good space. You know, I'm definitely aware of what's happening. And, you know, I watch all the new artists coming in, the artists who have remained, you know, stayed consistent over the years and keep putting out music. You know, hip hop is youth driven, you know, so it changes a lot. I think the biggest challenge for artists is to remain relevant and just keep on changing with the times. And I think that's what I'm trying to do. And as far as the future goes, I mean, you got artists as myself. I feel like I'm in a very good space right now, and my mind is clear. And you know, I'm happy about the way my career is going right now in music. So I think it's going to show in my performance. And I look to get better. So I'm looking forward to my fourth album, and my fifth album, and just keep growing with the times. And one thing I can say, I'm gonna meet the quota. I'm gonna do my part, you know, and hopefully everybody else does too. And it'll be a bright future for especially for New York City hip hop, you know, let alone every region.
So what advice do you have to anybody trying to be successful in life?
Well, for one, music, you know, good music is timeless, you know, so you don't have to feel like you're losing time. You ain't got to rush to get it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a business, you know, it's probably about 90% business, so you just want to take care of that other 10%, which is the music and what you bring to the table as an artist. Keep your circle small. You know, if you look back at all the entourages and all the old footage when they come in the game, you got hundreds of people around, and then look at them now. You know, and go from 100 people to 10 people to 5 people around. You know, if I could go back, I probably would pay a little closer attention to those kind of things. You know, you live and you learn. You know, just remain confident in yourself. You know, and do it for you. You know, hip hop is like one of the only professions you don't even need a GED to perform. You feel me? Like you could do a 10-year bid, come home and just, I'm a rap now. You could get shot, be in the hospital and be like, I'm a rap now. Or you could do construction and be like, you know what, I'm tired of lifting these bricks. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do rap now. Like, it ain't really nothing, a test you have to pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to try out for the Jets or the Giants, nigga, you got to get out there and do your sprints, and you know what I mean. I think you would give up a lot faster. So I think that the lane being so open in hip hop is what makes people just feel like they could do it. But I think you know, time will tell. You know, if you watch somebody rapping now and they're not rapping next year, then you know how deep that was as a passion for them. You know, if they keep on going and going and going, then you know it's something that they really want to be good at.
So what was your favorite album of the year for this year?
My favorite album of this year?
So far?
Eminem's album. To be honest with you, got records on there that I listen to over and over and over. You know, every album I usually get that to where I get like 4 or 5 favorites. And usually I can get that from the Eminem album. You know, it's just doing tremendously big. You know, album sale wise is out of this world. You know, so I definitely have to give it to him.
Is there anything else you want your fans to know out there?
The Hunger for More. HFM 2, man, November 23rd is definitely going to be worth picking up. It's definitely worth the wait. I know what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying? My first album. I could definitely guarantee it's definitely a great body of work, and I just feel like the Lloyd Banks of 210, you know, personally, I feel like I would wrap circles around the Lloyd Banks of 04. So, I mean, with that being said, you can just expect a better Lloyd Banks. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of the mixtape stuff that you hear, you know, this album has been thought and worked on, you know, for a minute now. I think they would appreciate it and receive well.